Hi, welcome back to my channel, Fabulously Frugal and Fancy. I'm Brandy. Today's video, we are going through my craft room. I'm going to begin right after Christmas with an overview of my craft room and the disaster that it was. When I'm recording this, everything has been reorganized and cleaned up, and I will show you that at the end. But in the beginning, I wanted you to see exactly how bad a craft room can look when you actually work in it, you craft, you clean up. Christmas is the worst time for me in my craft room. It gets messy. It gets chaotic. I do a lot of projects. I wrap gifts down here. Just a lot goes on in this for the holiday season, plus a lot of other things, and I don't really have time to clean it up during that time. So January is usually my month where I'm not really filming as much, and I also clean up my craft room. So I show you at the beginning, it is messy. I will warn you. If you are a person who mess bothers, just skip ahead, just don't watch it. I wanted you to see reality. It's not always a picture perfect thing. So let's just get into it. I'll show you the mess and then I'll show you the cleanup afterwards. So let's get to it, okay? So let's come down into this basement and see what the problem is. Because right now, this is a problem. Because everything has had to be piled. As you can see, the floor, the carpet was ripped up. Go back here. All of this linoleum was under the carpet. See here, we've got some water that got on the bottom of the bed. I'm going to take care of that stuff. These are bags full of the wet carpet. We still got to get out. Everything else is literally just stacked and piled because they had to move everything to get to the floor. Everything is a mess down here. The bed's piled up with stuff. Still some carpet laying on the floor over here. And then let's go to the fun side, okay? Because here's the steps and back through on this side where it did not get wet. This did not get wet here. This carpet is still here. But let me just ask you, if your craft room after Christmas is quite as messy as mine. There's stuff on the floor. There's still some wrapping paper, some gifts that I got. Thank you, Mom. Some signs I picked up after during the Christmas season. These ended up being $1 at Five Below. There's 2 of them. Figured I could make something with those. It's just things are everywhere. Back here, I've got unfinished crafts on my workstation. More Christmas stuff back there. Just a mess everywhere you turn in here. So this is the stuff on the floor. It's just remnants of, Christmas. And so this all has to get done. Here's a lot of these are empty boxes and empty bags where I was wrapping gifts. I just have to clean it all up. Get it back to functioning so I can get back to crafting. Here's an overview of how it looks first. I'm going to be moving some stuff and bringing in a desk. So actually this desk will no longer be my actual working desk. This table is probably leaving. And this here is probably leaving. Bringing in a big corner desk that goes right over here. I'm going to move the studio thing to right over here. So this will be the office area back in here with all of the Cricut stuff underneath the desk. And this cubby and maybe another cabinet that's over there. This dresser is going to go along that back wall, I think. And I can stack the bigger bins, the large bins that are here, over here underneath the closet space. So that is currently the plan. And it will take some work to do, but, at least my workstation here, there's a Christmas sign I made that didn't turn out as planned. and I didn't use it, but I don't want to get rid of it. It's a beautiful gold frame, so I just have to find a spot for that. All right, so there you have the messy beginning. It's very messy. It's a mess. But it's also, some of the storage is not working for me, and I want to switch. I need a larger desk for Christmas. I got a new microphone, tabletop thing to do my voiceovers so that the quality of sound is much better. I got a more professional microphone for a Christmas gift. Thank you, Rich, for that. I appreciate it. And so that'll be, I need a larger desk for that. So now we're going to get into after I cleaned it up, after I organized it. I did have some help with this. One of my nephews came down and helped me do the desk. He was picking something up, and he helped me set up my desk and so forth. So the rest, moving the furniture, of course, I had help with, and hanging the shelves. My man Rich helped me hang those shelves. I can hang shelves by myself most of the time. These walls are pretty, I don't know, they're pretty solid, and finding studs is not easy. So he helped me with the hanging of the shelves. Plus, he's 6'5" and doesn't have to stand on a ladder, whereas I am 5'6" and have to stand on a ladder to hang these shelves. So he hung the shelves for me. He helped me out a great deal with that, and I appreciate it. So now let's get into the after and what it looks like. I'm going to take you on a quick tour. I'm not going to show you in bins and drawers. If you want an in-depth view of that, honestly, my bins are not organized. Things are thrown into the bins. It works for me okay. Some bins I need to do a little bit more detailed and micro-organizing, divide things up into bins just so I can find what I have. But most of the time, them being in a specific spot, like just one bin full of all of my trim or all of my bling, little wood pieces and things like that, that's usually okay for me. There are some things that I need to go in and organize a little bit better, and I will talk about that a little bit, but I don't get into each individual bin, each individual drawer. I just have things where I need them, and sometimes my organization does not make sense for other people, but that's okay. Some people need to have things completely open so they can see everything. I like to have some things out in the open and some things put away. I would actually put it all behind closed doors if I could, but I don't have that kind of capability here, so it needs open shelving, and for like the size, there's no point in putting it in a bin. It just doesn't work that way, so I'm okay with some of it being seen. It doesn't bother me. My mom always teases me and says that I can work in a mess, and if you've seen my workstation, you know typically one small area that you see in filming, the rest is covered with stuff. I'll have something over here drying and something over here ready to paint. I work in a little bit different than other people. Sometimes I can just work with it a little bit messier than other people. I don't have to have things perfectly clean for me to work in a space as long as I have enough space to work. So I work a little differently than some people, so it's not going to be what everybody has, and that's okay. You need to make your craft room work for you the best way that you can. If you have a closet that you store your craft things in, you don't have the space. You have to put everything away, and then you have to bring certain things out just to craft, say, on your dining room table. I've been in that position before. I've worked in very small areas, and now I'm blessed with a much larger room that I can use as my office, my filming studio, and my craft room all in one. It works well for me, and let's just get into it. I'm going to take you on a tour of the cleaned up, not perfect, not Pinterest worthy craft room, but what works best for me, and I enjoy the space. I can work in here, and I can get a lot of things done. So let's take a look at the new and improved Craftroom 2024. Alright, so here I'm going to show you the finished overview of my office and how different it looks now. My desk is still, I'm working on a couple of projects right now, so there's still some things on my desk. We're gonna back up just a little bit, start at the door. In the door, you walk in, a painting that I made a video a while ago. Here I just have these wire shelves that I've used for my flower racks, and below I have some large pieces of cardboard. my large sketch pad. I gotta kind of walk around a little bit, sorry. And then there's my flower wall right there. Here I have some large, rolls of wrapping paper, sorry. And my little bin here that I've had forever that I use for large ribbons. Those are mostly for events. Large tulle ribbons, so forth. Down here I have my large pieces of wood, my large signs, so forth, my little Marine Corps bear. That mailbox is not my address. It was off my great-grandmother's house before her house was torn down. And then I have a box here in front that just have all the lights that I have. I have a box of wood scraps and pieces that I use, dowel rods and so forth, a bag full of plastic bags. And then my wall of cube shelves with my TV on top of it. I've shown you these before. I still have to make labels for my boxes over there. My shelves don't match. That's okay. They're all darker in color, but some are gray, some are black, some are that dark black brown color. Some are not even the same size, and that's okay. I'm just gonna, the reason I have these over here down low, I can't have a shelf here because of the, those are our solar panel boxes here for our solar system that's outside. Up here on top I have lots of little wood pieces, dowel rods, my tabletop easel. And then we go down, I have some cloches. These are plastic ones that I got. They were like with Halloween stuff, they were on clearance. This one is actually glass, the other two are plastic. I have a caddy here with some basics in it, a candle holder, and a little vase. Down here I have my roundabout with pins and markers. This is one that came for, it's supposedly for a kitchen. Here I just have some random things, my acetone, there's some candles back there, some empty bins. Down here I have some more wood pieces. Over here this is still a little messy, I still have to kind of reorganize this. This is like rub-on transfers, tissue paper, my leather sheets that I use. So just some random stuff. Down here in these bins I have mostly my smaller signs. This is my jewelry making stuff over here. And then all my smaller signs down there. Up here I just have the TV and some random things. This is a project I'm currently working on. It's sitting there. Here I have some candlesticks and so forth there. Here I have some glass things and my unicorn spit. And then we started on the boxes. And the boxes all have random stuff in them. There's some wood things, foam, glitter, napkins, metal trim, stickers, decals, etc. On that one there's bling, and then some random ones over here. Just, I have to actually make labels right now. I just have little post-it notes because I wanted to see how everything worked out. Up here on top of the next shelf I have some decor items, and then I have my containers full of all my little jewels and gems. And then a candle sitting here in front. These little flowers that I did get from Dollar Tree a while back, those I'm going to use in an upcoming project. Here I have some plastic and a little bit more wood things. And this one I have this little container that I got from Harbor Freight. If you have a Harbor Freight around you, these little containers are so much cheaper there when they're made for wood. And this was, I just painted it gold. It was like a bright fluorescent yellow. In it I have all of my bedazzled jewels, napkin ring holders. I use those for various things. And then over here on the side I have some sketch pads. You move on to my desk area, and I'm still kind of decorating this blank wall right up here. It's not painted perfectly. This is the basement. I'm not really too worried about that. But I got this desk tabletop from IKEA. And then I have my regular setup here. And then my laptop is over there. I do have room for both. Down below, I have this little rolling copy cart. It was a printer stand that I got, I think either free or really inexpensive, Facebook Marketplace. And then I have my Silhouette curio right up there. It does have wheels. I can pull it out if I need to. I have some random bins and boxes in the back corner. Those are mostly stuff to make crafts for Christmas and so forth. I don't need to access that often, so that's okay. Above here, I've hung these two shelves. And on the top shelf, I have my large foam sheets, my watercolor set, a tiered tray that I made, and my old Silhouette machine. I use it. I have it up here. I don't access it that often, so that's okay. And then down here, I just have vases, things to use, glass plates, trivets, candle holders, all of that. I just bought the wood, used some L brackets, and hung that up. And then let me just back up so you can see this entire wall here. Down here, this little cabinet right here, I'm storing all my Silhouette vinyl in, all of my HTV. It's still a little disorganized. I do have it separated. I just have to kind of clean that up a little bit. This will not remain here on this table. This is some artwork. I'm going to be doing a gallery wall above my thing. This is my new microphone setup that I got for Christmas. So that'll be going on my desk as soon as the amp for that arrives. And then I have this little plastic tray that I use for other vinyl accessories. You know, some melanite sheets, some, you know, just the basics. I've got butcher paper in here. It's just stuff that I would grab for that. Up here I have some extra tools, my lint roller, and so forth for that. I have my little tape measure right here so I can measure sizes of things. And then down here I have this little container. I have all of my pins and extra blades for my Silhouette. Let me just see if I can unzip this. The pins for the Silhouette look different than the pins for the Cricut. These pins here, this is what the pins look like for the Silhouette. They're just much smaller. And then my extra blades, my extra pieces. I got this case off Amazon. It's made specifically for these pins. And then here, this decorative box that I have, I just have my my stand for my little light up table that's down there. I can angle it if I need to. And then over here, I've got my Cricut heat press and the cover that I made, the leather cover that I made to cover that, to keep it clean. Back here I just have the little pad that goes with it. And then above that I have hung a pegboard. I painted this pink a long time ago, and I just used trim on the sides. And I have all of my wreath forms hanging here. And I have some old CDs that are there. I use those for, they work great for different, when you're making a circle, sometimes you need things. I have some of my curio tools hung up here, paper, rotary cutter, and so forth. And then we switch to this little, let me see if I can back up enough to kind of show you. This little area here that's like a little closet area. Up the top on this shelf, I have some bins, things I don't access as often, but that I still need access to. And down here, hanging on the rod, I've tried to use this space too. These are my traveling totes. I do a lot of events, decorate for events and so forth. These expand and hold all of my vases and so forth. And then I just have flowers that have been used, taken off the stems, already cut up. I put in these large baggies from Dollar Tree, and I used pant hangers and hang these up so that I can see what I have. And then I have some dried flowers here that I'm going to be doing a project with, some foam, and these are just a bag full of different Ziploc baggies. If If you go right below onto this dresser, I have my sewing machine with the cover that I made from, in a previous video. These two bins and this stuff here are all sewing stuff. And then in the far corner, I've got some rolled up foam, some cardboard pieces that are just stacked. Here I've got some containers, and this is my paper storage. It looks a little messy. I do know where everything is. I've also utilized this dresser. This dresser is solid wood. It's not moving anywhere. It has been here for years, and it's probably going to stay here for years because this thing weighs way too much to get rid of. So I utilize that space for, the bottom is material, with my sewing, all my material and so forth is in the bottom drawers. And then above I've got like picture frames, small metal containers, cardboard containers, just a variety of things in there. And then we move beyond the closet. I have this large piece of cardboard. This came off of my, sorry, I kind of lost you there for a second. This large piece of cardboard, I did not want to throw away. It was on my desktop, and I know I can use that for something. This is my old desk right here, and I've put my photography studio, on top of it. This is where I can take pictures. I've got some pictures in there right now that I'm going to be using for my gallery wall. And then below, I just have some things I don't access that often. This bin here is my traveling case when I go do an event. Everything in there is what I take with me when I do an event. It has all of my supplies for decorating in there. This bag is stuff that came out of my office when I moved it down here. I just have to go through that bag. Over here on the side, I've got some large signs and my rolls of leather. Had this little corner and decided works great for this large picture frame and these signs that I got. I got these off clearance at Five Below. They were like $1 a piece after Christmas. And I picked up 2 of them. I can use those for different projects. And then I have my working station, which looks a mess right now because it always is a mess. And I didn't want to clean it up just for this video. I work here. I craft here. It's always in flux. It's always, things always have to be put away. And this tall IKEA Alex drawer unit, I got this off of the as is section. It was already put together, which is a plus. Don't forget to look at the as is section there. And I just painted it black and pink to match my room. My little tool chest right here. This is metal. Hold all of my actual tools. And then just other supplies up on top. This is what you see in videos. This is my background here. My paint over here on the back of the door. Sorry, I'm catching the ring light in the picture there. I do have a over the door hanger that holds my ribbons. And then I have this little cart, which it looks a mess. It's what I use all the time. Various things. So this is the new and improved craft room. It works a lot better than it did previously. I'm just going to get back here where I can show you. Functionally, it works so much better. And this is a good view right here. Alright, so I hope that that inspired you in some way. Just seeing the craft room. Again, not a perfect Pinterest-worthy room by anybody's standards. My furniture does not match. My furniture is all mismatched colors and pieces. What I picked up, what I've had, what I found in the garage when we were cleaning out the garage here at our house. Different pieces from different places, different times of purchase. And that's okay. I don't need to go out and buy all of the brand new furniture that all matches. I don't even need to worry about painting it all unless it bothers me. If it bothers you, you go right ahead and you make sure everything matches. I don't have to have it all matchy-matchy, and I'm okay with the, different. I like a themed color. I obviously love butterflies and love pink. So most of it is pink. There's butterflies and flowers and pink all over my craft room, but nothing matches all. It's just a working area that I can work in. I can film. I can do my videos. I also have my office down here. I can use my silhouette. Everything is functional. The only thing I cannot do actually inside my craft room is if I have a large sewing project, I tend to take that upstairs and do it on the dining room table, which is perfectly fine because I don't have a need down here for a huge table, nor do I have the room for it. So it's much easier just to take a sewing project upstairs to the dining room table and work on that, where I have a large space that is usually always cleaned off and ready to just sit down there and do my sewing. So that's not a problem. I can take that upstairs. Down here I can do everything else. And so that works for me. I hope that you got inspired today to just, whatever space you have, whether it be a closet or whatever, just to get your craft things one spot where you can find what you need, have what you need, and organize it. That's all that you need to do. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. When I come down here to film, I tend to forget to bring something to drink with me, and right now is major allergy season for me, so it's just, we've got snow, and you would think that that's not an allergy season. For me, it is. I don't understand it, but that's what it is, and I just have some allergy issues today. But again, hope that you enjoyed the craft room tour. If you would like more in-depth organization and storage options, let me know, and I will get into more detail with that. But until the next time, I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.